SEO is a winner-take-all game. So that's the second thing that I want to talk about. So how do you be the winner? How do you get into the top 5% of practices who's going to enjoy 95% of the free traffic? What is SEO for dentists, right? Let's be blunt. Let's not just beat around the bush. 95% of the dental practices get 0 new patients for free from Google. So SEO is all about getting into the first top 5% who's going to get all the free patients from Google, or 95% of the free patients from Google. So how do you master search engine optimization, which is showing up without paying Google ad money, so you get into the top 5%? And therefore you have an unfair advantage. I'll get into cost a little bit more, but at a nutshell, we track everything. So acquiring a new patient through SEO will cost you 20% of what it would cost you to get the same patient through ads. And over time, that number will get even less. So it will only cost you maybe 15% of what it would cost you to get the same patient through ads. Compared to PPO, it might even be like 5%. In other words, it's 1/20th the cost, because PPO is really the most expensive way to get new patients. So why 5% of dental practices get 95% of the free traffic? It's really economics, right? Google makes so much money from ads. So the way they make so much money from ads is they make SEO really hard. So 95% of the people business owners have to pay Google ad money in order to get any kind of traffic, any kind of new business. So they make SEO harder and harder every year. So every year they can make more and more money. So this is a graph where you can see how much money Google made every single year just from Google ads. So in 2023, Google made $237 billion. And every single year, as you can see from this graph, the number keeps growing and growing and growing, which means ads are getting more and more expensive every year, and SEO is getting harder and harder every year. Because remember, Google doesn't make a cent from SEO because that's all free traffic to you. So for Google to make money from ads, SEO has to be super difficult, and it has to continue to get harder. It's just the way it is. So the question is, can you get into the top 5%, top 4%, who's going to see 95% of the free traffic? Dentists alone pay Google billions of dollars. What steps can you take to position your website in the top 5% and achieve dominance in organic search? So now that we know the name of the game is to get into the top 5% and get 95% of the free traffic, what do you need to do? So you have to get an A in these things. NAP consistency. NAP consistency stands for name, address, phone number consistency. And you want to make sure that hundreds of different websites out there that has your business name, address, and phone number has consistent information. One of the things that you may want to figure out is figure out your NAP consistency. Lila does what we call a marketing strategy meeting, and you can talk to her and figure out how you're doing with NAP consistency. Google Lighthouse Score. I'll be talking more about this because we have a slide dedicated to that. Google Eat. Expertise, authority, and trust. Are you seen as an expert, an authority and trustworthy? And if you are, then you're going to get more traffic through SEO. Original content. Original content is like when you write articles, are those articles meeting Google standards? If they are, then you're going to benefit. Again, we have a slide on it, so I'll get back to that. Quality backlinks. Who's linking to you? Are those links, in compliance with Google standards? Again, if they are, they're going to help your website, help you rank more. So these are the top 5 things Google cares about. So the way we think about it is every single week, every single month, there is a team dedicated to working on these things for our clients. So it doesn't matter who your marketing company is, if they're not working on these things every week for you and improving these things every week for you, you will never get into the top 5%. You will not dominate SEO and have that unfair advantage. Finally, reviews. This is something, unfortunately, we or any other marketing company cannot do for you. You have to do it yourself because you know who your happy patients are. So we provide tools for our clients so they can get reviews from their happy patients. We call it Grow My Reviews. But this is something that you have to really drive. This is one thing that if you're going to take away from this conversation, make it a goal and focus on it. Original content. Can you say a word or two about original content, Laila?
Original content is by far and away one of the most important elements of a website. You have to have original content. Original content by Google is defined as 95+% original, meaning if 5 out of every 100 words come up as duplicate, you will be penalized for that duplicate content. So if your website contains a lot of phrases that are common, such as calling a crown a cap that fits on a tooth, you're going to be penalized by Google. There's a lot of ways this happens. The most common I see is when you're working with a company who has an article bank. They give all the same articles to all their clients. They just plug in your name, your city, your practice name. They say they customize a content. Custom content and original content are two very different things. Also, I see problems with people having an awesome article that somebody else came along and decided it was an awesome article. They snagged part of it or all of it. Now you have the same content as a thief. Google penalizes a thief, but they penalize you because you have the same content as a thief. That's a problem. And then we get down to those common terms, common phrases. That takes a lot of work to be able to write that original content that is that original, coming up as 95+% original. We use a tool called Copyscape to check our content. When our team of content writers write content for our clients, they will start by writing the content, then they check it. Oh, they call it a crown, the cap that fits on the tooth. Got to revise that. Got to change this. Got to tweak that to where they do meet Google standards.
Thank you, Lila. Appreciate it. Yeah. So the good news about SEO is if you do these 6 things, including original content, you can have a really big advantage. Like Life Smiles is a practice we've been working with for 7 years. They get 105 new patients per month, and they're seen 94,000 times. They rank from like 900 or 885 keywords on page 1. So you are in the top 5% if you rank for 100 keywords. So imagine ranking for 895 keywords. You are like in the top 0.5%. So you have a huge advantage compared to every other dental practice in your community. Google Lighthouse Score, I won't spend too much time on it. It's one of those things you can geek out on. Think of it like the IRS for the internet. So Google, scores your website on 5 different buckets or 5 different areas, performance, the things you can see on the screen. And you have to get 90 plus. It's really, really, really hard. So we have a large webmaster team. They check this every week, and anytime the score drops, they go and fix it. The good thing about Google is they'll tell you what to fix to get the scores up. But the bad thing about Google is it's not easy to fix them. It's going to be very time consuming, and you have to be on top of it, not just when you launch the site, but every week, because Google's algorithms are changing. Monthly love letter reviews. This is, if I can leave you with one thing you can do today, be the practice in your neighborhood that gets the most Google reviews every month. Set a target. At the very minimum, that number should be 10 or more. Second thing is focus on love letter reviews, meaning you see these reviews on this page. These are love letter reviews. They are paragraph reviews. They're not like 1 word or just 5 stars. You want those kind of reviews where literally people are writing 20 words, 30 words. If anyone wants, I have done some presentations on like how to get love letter reviews. Just put your email address and we'll send that to you. So this is like a separate presentation on like how do you really master the art of getting love letter reviews. If you want to look for an example, go and type in Life Smiles Phoenix and you will see tons and tons of love letter reviews. I think they have 1,200 reviews, and most of them are love letter reviews.